Episode 5, Cooking with Cucci. Today we're making homemade ciabatta bread and then an Italian BLT sandwich. So to make the bread, you're going to need 1 large mixing bowl, 3 cups of flour, a pack of yeast, some salt, and 1.5 cups of hot water. So we're going to get our flour into the bowl. I'm using 2 cups of whole wheat and 1 cup of all-purpose. Then a 1/4 teaspoon of yeast and a whole teaspoon of salt. And mix this in a little bit. And then we are going to add 1.5 cups of hot water. And the hot water is going to allow this to be only a 3-hour rise rather than an overnight rise. So I did this first thing in the morning. So you're going to want to fold all that in, and eventually you'll have dough. So cover that with a towel and let that rise for 3 hours. And when we come back, it should have about doubled in size. So lightly flour a work surface and get your dough on there. So you just want to fold and gently knead this about 10 to 12 times. And if it gets too sticky, you can sprinkle on some flour. Now, I cut mine in half and made 2 little loaves, but you could definitely make 4 sandwich rolls with this recipe. So you want to get them onto a parchment-lined baking sheet and just shape them into the size and shape that you want. And then these are going to rise again for about 30 minutes. So in the meantime, you want to get a small pan. I'm using a reusable muffin tin for this. And we're going to have some water in there, and it's going to introduce steam into the oven. And that's going to help the bread develop a nice crust. So you're going to want to preheat your oven to 450. So here I am, just take some hot water from the tap. And without burning yourself, be careful, pour it into the muffin tin or a small pan. And in with our bread. And you want to bake this for about 30 minutes. I did a couple extra minutes. And it is going to rise. It's going to be glorious. Then when your timer's done, look at these bad boys right here. My first time ever making bread. I'm so proud of myself. They turned out so good. The first one, the one that we're using for the sandwich, actually looks like a sandwich roll. The other one has a little bit more character, but I ate that one the next day. It was just as good. So you definitely want to let these cool off for a bit. They're very, very hot right now. So we're going to lower our oven to 400, and then we're going to cook the bacon. So in the same pan, just get rid of that parchment paper, and then line out your bacon. And into the oven it goes. And just keep an eye on it and flip it periodically. And just cook it to your desired bacon texture of choice. I like mine crispy, so that's how I did it. And I almost lost the spatula right there, but the handle the handle caught it there. So once those are done, just get those onto some paper towel to drain. And we're ready to start building our sandwich. So this sandwich has all of the elements of a classic BLT and some favorite Italian elements thrown in there as well. So we're gonna cut open our sandwich loaf. And we're not gonna waste all that bacon grease that's right there in the pan. So we're gonna soak some of it up. And we are going to use that to help us toast this bun. So into the oven and get the broiler on high, and just make sure that you're keeping an eye on this because it will burn. So we're going to cut up some tomato. Shred some lettuce. Nice and toasty. All right, we are ready to assemble. So on the bottom, I'm going down with a little bit of olive oil and balsamic, classic Italian staple. Then some prosciutto. This is kind of an Italian bacon. It's a cured ham. And now our actual bacon. Our tomatoes. And I seasoned my tomatoes. It's up to you, but I like to throw a little bit of salt and pepper on there. Now some fresh basil. Now bocconcini, it's an Italian cheese. Now our shredded lettuce. Now some mayo on the top bun. Now close that up, and you got yourself the best Italian BLT sandwich you will ever have in your entire life. And that's because you made it yourself and it took you all day long. So let's cut this in half and take a look at that cross section. So delicious. Oh my God, I want it again. Unreal. I really hope you guys try this. It was so delicious. I had the second sandwich the day right after. Amazing. Let's go in for a taste. You guys are definitely going to love this. Even if you don't make your own bread, still try this sandwich. It's so good. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please stay tuned. Every single Wednesday, new content. Cooking with Coochie. Thanks for watching.